Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of Hell, or specifically Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of the Four Nights of the Apocalypse, chapter 309, The Goat Sin. Okay, I'm guessing everyone knows will be introducing this chapter, but I'm gonna say, as like the first couple of the new characters to appear, it's kind of surprising how Gopher will be the second one to appear from the original Seven Deadly Sins. Although I guess, if we go in a reverse order, like we go from the ones that were introduced the last, and the ones who were introduced from the last to the first, like Eskimo, Merlin, Gopher, King, Balan, Diane, Melios. I mean, we go in that order, it does make sense, but it's kind of weird. Especially since I'm not sure why we would have King introduced before Bond and Diane after Bond. Unless if the marriage didn't go well, but anyways, let's get into this chapter. So the first page is actually a color spread of Persephone in his the alpha he got in that city, abandoned city, with his new sword, holding his helmet with the just like posing with Sin and the horse in the background. So yeah, anyways, the first page that we properly get is Gopher just saying Cupid, as he is that elder, in case you were wondering where he showed up. So yeah, anyways, the outfit that Gopher is currently wearing is like very kind of looks like a female outfit. Which, to be fair, Gopher did wear female clothing before, so I guess it does make sense. And he's striking that pose. But yeah, there we have Oddback, and I'm guessing Alan is shocked after seeing this, which makes sense. I mean, the Elder is like this very giant, very old character. Like, this guy looks like he knows his shit, but in reality, he's like this flamboyant doll. I mean, I do get where the contrast comes from. Plus, he's one of the legendary figures, so it also makes sense. In fact, Abek is so shocked after seeing Gopher that he actually rubs his hand to make sure he's seen correctly. But yeah, as soon as he removes it, he sees the Elder again, and like another pose. And then the Elder is like, no, Albrecht is again rubbing his hand, and he's like, what the? As he then after he removes it, he sees Gopher, who is like right next to him, like right face to face. He's like, who the heck are you? I guess he didn't recognize him as Gopher from the Sins. And then we get kind of this panel where Gopher seems to like kind of be you know that scene where like a woman wants to seduce a man? Yeah, that's what pretty much Gopher does here when he's like, I'm part of the Seven Deadly Sins, the so-called sworn enemies of King Arthur. My name is Gopher, the goat sin of lust. Which, in retrospect, we should have all kind of guessed this was gonna happen. I mean, it is the sin of lust after all. And last time I checked, the sins of lust are very, very, very into sleeping with people. I mean, just look at the Hollow Boss. The first devil prince they introduced was Asmodeus, and he was as lustful as possible. How he literally sings a song about being lustful. Check it out; it's a very good series. So yeah, anyways, then we have I'll be like, in like a bit shock and horror. I'm not sure if that's because Gopher is Lee onto him or the fact he's Gopher. And then we have Oddback being like, you're one of the legendary saints? Then why are you going around as an old man running a demon village? There we have Gofak turning around as we see Donnie and Pestle in the background playing as babies. Then we have Gopher and that crystal that Oddback used to seal the demons on his finger, as he explains to them. As I told you, that Deathless War, they seek a peaceful life of here in Britannia over the demon realm, and I'm helping them find their spot. And then Outback immediately like knows that that Gopher took his crystal, and he's like, wait, and he's like, what? When did you? And he's still holding out in his hands. Then we have, I'm guessing, Gopher continuing with, in addition to the barrier, I have a spell that makes me look like an old man to anyone within 10 miles of me. But like you see, keep looking for ways to kill us. It's quite annoying. So he's referring to Outback, and I guess there are other people who came here to try to kill them. Although, to be fair, you were very creepy at the beginning, so it's not really all that mistakable. So yeah, anyways, then we have Outback like quickly grabbing something, as we see him be like huff huff as he's holding Anne and Percival in his arms. Who Percival is still holding the sword, and then we have Gopher being like this kind of serious moment. Like beforehand, it was like more jokey, but now he's like serious, being like, "Don't do it." Then we have Outback like completely booking it. Like he's like, ah, which to be fair makes sense. Like he's supposed to be. Like, I'm guessing that he's instead to be like the weakest Holy Knight they've seen so far. So him running for the hills would make sense. As well as he like saw Gopher. Then we have Gopher like turning around to Donnie and Nazians as he's like, "You two wait here." As we see Nazians and Donnie like, Nazians like Ta, or Donnie seems to be like trying to grab the crystals. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna listen to Gopher, but I'm guessing they're going to. So yeah, anyways, then we have Albert being like, crap, Ryan is my only option right now. I could fight that legendary monster all day and still have no chance. Which makes sense if we really think about it for a second. Like the Seven Night Saints were wiping the floor with trained holy knights, even at the beginning of the series. This Outback is arguable about how much fighting style he has. I mean, maybe he's like a bit more skilled than a regular, but in itself, I couldn't see him be like better than an apprentice Holy Knight. So yeah, anyways, then we have him like leaving the bit of a hole there was in the mountain, which I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like reference, like this is supposed to be like a moment in the 79 cents or something like that, because I don't know, the shape of this like hole and the little like platform reminds me of something, but I can't point at. Plus, it kind of looks man-made. Then we have Golfer like slowly walking through the darkness, while being like tap tap tap, and then we see like a bird flopping in the air, the same bird that was looking at Percival and his gang in the end of the last arc. And then we have Gopher explaining some stuff to us, being like, what a surprise! I traced this huge magic presence out of nowhere, and just look what I found. And then we have him like still walking again. This looks very man-made, like someone literally made this platform for people to stand on. And as Gopher's approaching Arbak, he's like, let's talk, Arbak. And then we have Arbak, no, stop, don't come any closer. And it seems like Percival is distracted, and Anna seems to be like happy. Maybe she's confusing him for like a joyride or something. And then we have Arbak like putting Percival on the ledge of the mountain, as he's like, we're almost there, and I'm throwing him into the canyon. And then we have, I'm guessing Percival be like, la de da de da. And Arbak's like again, I'm serious, man. Yeah, that's totally convincing Outback. Then we have Gopher be like, don't do it. And Outback's like, And then we have Gopher out of nowhere holding Outback's daughter. And she's starting to cry like, phew. And then we have Gopher be like, could you do that in front of your own daughter? As we see Outback in shock, and he's like, Connie? Which I'm guessing this is an illusion, and I think it's pretty much confirmed in the end of the chapter. Someone doing the chapter that this is definitely an illusion by Goldfuss, and that is what Goldfuss does. Like, he messes with people's minds. So yeah. Anyways, Outback puts Percival down, or rather drops Percival as he gently places Anne down carefully, and then both on a stone, and then it's like up, ba, which I'm guessing is supposed to be his way of pronouncing Outback, which I guess that means not all notches completely went away. And then we have Outback like approaching Gopher for as Gopher like, this is what you want, isn't it? It's my gift to you. As Gopher just like puts his arms in front like as the baby's like wee, and you have Aubrey like, what I want, you said. And he had more like a serious face, and then like we get like this very cute panel with Aubrey like holding his daughter, which got a still an illusion, and crying tears of joy, like the truth that lurks within your recollections. As he's like, oh, happy as I'm guessing, like he's like, oh, crying in the meantime. There we have a bit of mountains, as we see also that which again kind of looks man-made for like people to watch over or something. And then we have Albert. I'll undo this spell once I'm back in Gruto. And then we see like this panel where I'm kind of like talking as Albert's like, if I do it right now, Anne will kill me for seeing her in the buff. So which is referring to the fact that they're currently butt naked. Like, short version, do not revert them to normal while they are all, naked. As Gofreeman agrees with him, be like, a wise move. Then we have the baby again playing, kind of like doing their baby stuff, and as Abe's all happy and joyful. Then we have Abe being like, my magic woke in me from the shock of losing her. This useless magic coming too late to give me my girl back. So I guess this implies that Albert's magic might have been useful if it was already awoken, but because it wasn't, it was completely useless. So and also explains us when Albert got his magic. Everything we have Gopher be like, don't torture yourself. Nobody can bring the dad back to life, which again confirms this is just an illusion. Not an actual Gopher did not actually bring back his daughter. He just kind of also like a spiritual reawakening or something. Then we have a bit of a flashback chapter, which you can tell because of the pages are in black. Color, not race, people. Color, not race. Then we have Albert giving a bit of the backstory. He's like, just when I lost her, a man came along while I was walloping in despair. As we see Albert in the rubble, and the man is revealed to be Arthur. I was like, originally expecting it to be like a non-holy knight, but it seems like Arthur specifically went to these knights to pick them up as his fighters. So, anyways, the outfit that Arthur is wearing right now, it seems different. It definitely has more like a dark color because of manga. It has only white and black to work in, so I'm not sure exactly if it's black or is it some other. But I'm guessing it's supposed to be like maybe more like a blue, dark blue something. Although that's weird because Arthur usually wears more like white, golden type of and red outfits. So maybe it's like supposed to be a fully red outfit. I mean, red has been because Putin is black before. So anyways, then we have Alpha be like, don't you want to see your daughter again? Alive, just the way you want her? And then we have Alpha like turning around to look at him and he's thinking to himself, I had no idea what he meant at first. And then I'm still crying, he's like, it was so ridiculous, I was furious at him. I wanted to yell and scream at him. And then we have him be like, but when I saw his eyes, I just couldn't. And we have often be like, if you do, then I need you to lend us your power. So yeah, it seems that Arthur is going a lot in that over the top manipulating villain trope here. Now there's some theories about Arthur actually, not being evil, more like because he's the wielder of the power of chaos, he has to do bad as well as good. Like, alright, you can fix villages and help civilians and give them food, but you also have to sacrifice villages, destroy villages, and all that type of stuff. And I can also see like the reason why they're focusing on other races to be like, we have to greater the greater between two evils. Like, what would be the bad option? Like those couple of races who live there, or the hundreds of humans or something like that. But yeah, anyways, Then we have Gopher being like, Arthur Pendragon. It was him, eh? So it seems to imply that Gopher is a bit aware of what Arthur first been and Merlin have been up to. Which does make me wonder what the initial shock of this information was. Like, what did they at first spot? So, anyways, then we have a panel where Percival is climbing the mountain and seems to hit Anne. I'm going to say he hits Anne on her head with his leg because the other options are, even by Gavel standards, not safe for YouTube. And then we have Ardbeg being like, those were drove me to become his knight. Our aim was to banish the demons and make a world for humanity. So yeah, then we get a panel, see why Percival was walking, and we see the reason why Percival was walking up was because Butterfly was flying, of course. As we have Baby Anne looking at him. And then we have Abba be like, but now you've opened my eyes. You can bring back the dead, even if I saw my daughter again. Who knows if it'd be the girl I know. Which, now that I think about it, wouldn't Alpha be able to bring back the dead? I mean, he does have the power of chaos. That whole thing is not having any sense of logic. So I think Alpha is actually the only option who could bring back the dead. Although there's also Melascula, who also was a necromancer, which, you know, I wonder if Melascula will appear in this arc, in the story, sequel story. I mean, I know people don't like talk about her, but I'm curious: is she gonna appear? Because if you really think about it, it's pretty open-ended on where she is, and you know, I wouldn't put it past Nakaba to come up with some explanation, like maybe Melek recollected her body, maybe she like traveled back and then tried to like start her own rebellion, but it was immediately when she like came back the world Catholic met her and used or something. I don't know. Again, it's still speculation, it's still too early to tell. But anyways, then we have the next panel being first of all like shoving his sword as he's on that edge, which again the way it is built is kinda like those you know in the mountains with those like safety rails do not fall. That's essentially what Unperceivable is right now, as I was looking at them still on the rocks. But your father would be like, but even if it's just a mirage, you let me meet the daughter I know and love. So like I said, Albrecht seems to be aware this is all fake. It's just he's so happy to finally see his daughter. The so then we have Albrecht be like, so thank you for that, Gopher. And then we have Gopher like just turning post be like, you're welcome. As Albert's like, okay. Which is again a really strange pose. Then we have Gopher like realize something. I guess in which at first I thought it was gonna be like him realizing person was on the edge, but it seems to be something completely different. As we see Gopher being serious now, as we see like two sparkles in the back distance as they are looking over the edge in the from away from the mountain. As Gopher's like, I just sense powerful magic forces coming our way. As our back is like, what? There is two of them arriving 3 and 8 seconds from now, which is referring to how close they're gonna come. Then we see there are a pair of spears infused with magic coming, and their target is, as we see, baby Percival. Then we have Gopher jumping. Then we see the spear hanging for Percival as Gopher grab Percival, and like this does the whole like backflip dodge so it doesn't hit Percival, although it does take away a good chunk of the mountain. Like I would say, uh, I mean, it's not too much. The point's like unstable, but it takes like a good chunk of it. Like if it like hit them, if it's like straight in the mountain, I would definitely say it would like pierce through the mountain. So yeah. Also, in case you were wondering, yes, this does seem to be like a Gildad's reference or something on those lines. But yeah, we'll get into the assassins at the end. Then we have Abba be like, Gopher! As we see that Gopher was able to grab to the latch and he's holding Percival. As then Gopher is like to him, second one, incoming! As Abba looks up as he sees Anne like I guess coming up from the rocks or something. As we see the second spear going towards Anne, and it's always like Anne. And then he has his daughter in his hands. We have pa pa pa, and then we have Outback setting his daughter down as Albert's like, hang on a sec, your dad is coming right over for you. Then we get a shot at spear, which actually seems to be a different, differently made, or the very least way it, the way it looks seems to be a bit different, honestly. And then we have like Albert grabbing, jumping, as we see Anne like sucking her thumb as he grabs Anne up and he's holding her like a baby, even though she's a bit like he's just holding her like this. And then Albert's like, Anne, grow up and be a great woman. As then the final page of the chapter, not only that we see a baby Anne's butt again, which is my god, we see that spear actually completely pierced through Artback, like not even like something that could some like stereotypical anime stuff when it just like goes through you but still has some of the flesh remaining. No, it's literally like a giant hole. Like he even bleeds from his mouth and like this whole like the whole section, like Anne and Percival could honestly walk through this hole that Outback has in his stomach. Like, my god, was this a giant one? So yeah, end of chapter. So, Outback is that, if I am not mistaken, because I don't think anyone here could actually heal them. And I'm pretty sure Nauseans is nowhere near that level yet. And like maybe Percival, if he goes up, he might be able to heal him. But I'm pretty sure that so far Percival has only healed like more blunt pain wounds, like like bruises and cuts. And I guess one stab, but that stab that Percival got when he was fighting Ironside was more like just sword. No, oh, this one's like a giant magically infused hole. Like this looks like to be like what something could be considered like an insta spear. Like I wouldn't be surprised if as soon as Outback said to Anne to be go to go and be a great woman, that thing pierced right through him. So yeah, Outback's dad. Like honestly, I would expect something like this to happen. Like his build is pretty broken for a character just appearing for this one arc. But yeah. So who these assassins could be? I'm guessing there are some other Holy Knights, either Ironside, the guy who was coming to pick Ironside up after Ironside failed his mission, or maybe a completely brand new Holy Knight who's gonna be the enemy for the next arc. Hell, maybe finally gonna get like a more of idea on the structure of Arthur's Holy Knights, since right now it's mostly just random Holy Knights. And I'm guessing there's like a difference between some Holy Knights. Like, I'm guessing there are those who are like his elite round table, while there are those who are just like Holy Knights like Outback who are useful and would fight for him. So yeah, this chapter, pretty good. Seeing Morgan Lieutenant's return is great. A very emotional as well. A very tragic end to Outback, but well, at least he'll be with his daughter in the worst way possible, but still with his daughter. Is he on my list? I'll see what I'll do with Outback. He's one of those characters which hard to tell if they are gonna come to me or to heaven. Oh well, what can you do? Anyways, I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future, comment about what did you think of the chapter. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.